Welcome back to the Built in Public podcast, folks. I'm Bryce, as always, joined by the man who loves soccer.
The myth, the legend, the best sports spectator in the world.
No, you're not.
This
You're
week
probably top 10%.
If
that means anything. It's sports spectating.
How's that judged? By amount of time watched?
By me. No, just quality of spectating.
Just the quality of the watcher.
Yeah, I think you're top 10% quality.
Definitely top 1%.
Yeah, right, dude.
Like those OnlyFans girls, like top 0.01%. That's me as a sports spectator.
What's top 0.01%? Well, those are the only ones making money.
This is like a rating OnlyFans gives them, I guess. It's like, oh, you're a top.
You would know this.
Look at my topic list. Look what I dug into this week. OnlyFans management agencies. It's like a fucking sports agent for a chick that posts nudes.
Yeah, that's like the thing now. That's it's the Andrew Tate model. Everyone wants to be Andrew Tate and manage OnlyFans girls.
Yes. Was Tate doing that?
Yeah, that was cam girls. Yeah, and then I think it transformed.
I actually had no idea that's how.
That's why he's gotten arrested for sex trafficking, because he was doing lover boy tactics, where he would like swoon girls and then make them do camming, essentially.
Wow, fucked up. But I think there is legal ways to do this.
Oh my god! All right, let me tee this up for you, and then you can go on to Mason. Tell me about the topic you wanted to talk today about: legal pimping. How does it work?
This is not legal pimping.
What is it?
This is a sports agent for a video creator.
What's a pimp do?
Really, it's a content creator. Are there not agents for content creators? How is this? Yeah. Tell me this.
It's pimping is pimping. This is pimping.
Well, fine. Chicks it's legal. It's legal pimping then, right? Like you could legal pimp a sports player. Like, am I wrong? Like, I guess a sports agent's a legal pimp, right?
Yeah.
This is the same. I mean, yes, there's more controversy here, but what we're talking about, by the way, are OnlyFans management agencies. And I got hit. I don't know if it was an ad from an agency or what I got hit by, but I started digging into it, and these companies are taking home a shit ton of money. They're taking somewhere between 10 and 15% of the revenue of these creators. And some of these creators are making like several $100,000 a month. And it's getting like deep to the point where, you know, when like we talk about like, oh, you have a guru, like a funnel guru, and they're creating courses. There's literally guys that have created courses on how to start, launch, and run a management agency for OnlyFans. They're selling these courses for like several $100.
Yeah. Like this is the new guru on TikTok, is the 23-year-old kid flexing a Lamborghini talking about managing OnlyFans girls.
Yes. You're exactly right. This is
the scummy thing about it is they're not doing anything for them.
There's not.
No.
They're templatizing everything. I literally like, I want to Etsy there are OnlyFans templates on Etsy showing them like exactly the like 10-step process to hit X amount or whatever on it, like on OnlyFans.
Really?
Wild. These are like digital download templates on like how they should structure their OnlyFans bios, how like what type of content they should be making, like all this stuff. Some of these have thousands of reviews.
I feel really bad for the girls that do this, or guys.
Like this one, 26 shop reviews, but like one of those, when you go back, it said like 1,200 purchases or something. And 1,200 women or men have bought these like templatized OnlyFans.
It gets repetitive sometimes coming up with fun, engaging ideas. I need new stuff to shove up my butt. Could you? How many can you see purchases? So 26 reviews.
In 20 plus cards. You can usually see purchases by store. Go hit iHeartBucks. See what else the seller's selling. Right on the right down. Scroll down. Oops. This right there, the seller. How many sales? It says
it's right just there. All downloads.
It's like
146 sales.
Yeah. So this one's not
one of your buddies?
This is my unborn son's business.
God, dude. Yeah, this is so skeevy and scammy.
Right?
But I've seen so many videos of like TikTok kids that are just this is what they're doing now is
See, I don't spend time
it's
on
trend.
TikTok, so I don't see that. So this is the first time I'm really coming across this. And then I dug into it and I'm like, damn, these kids are making a shit ton of money.
It's the kids that used to talk about forex and crypto when everything went up have just transitioned into talking about OnlyFans
What
management.
the perfect transition.
Right? I feel bad for the girls. Like who's dumb enough to do this? It's crazy.
Yeah.
One thing on the list that I wanted to talk about is something that I think I saw on the Daily Show or somewhere when they were talking about AI, and it's the idea of uh, everyone talks about, oh, AI is so bad for kids in the future because essays are now being written by AI. Kids don't have to do critical thinking in school. Everyone's going to be dumb. It's also being used for businesses. But one way I'm seeing it used here is with authoring books, which is insane. For one of our other brands, the bartending website, Crafty Bartending, we're talking about getting this is why I wanted to do this. We're talking about getting our ebook listed on Amazon Direct Publishing so that it can be a Kindle downloadable purchase. Great. People are doing that without even writing content. They're using Chat GPT to write books. Like it's insane.
What's even crazier too, I think, is if you're a seller that already has a big like Amazon account and you're pushing ebooks, man, you could probably plug and play a Chat GPT ebook and immediately have it like selling.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way Amazon works, like if that is a well-oiled account with a lot of history, just like Google, that website immediately gets pushed up to the top if they start posting content all of a sudden and they've got a DR of 90. Like Amazon is very similar.
I bet you all these OnlyFans, like how many of these are just Chat GPT written?
OnlyFans tips. Oh my god, for $10, 120
Kindle edition.
tips. Agent OnlyFans agency accelerator.
Wild. One cool application I saw of this was someone that used ChatGPT and I think Midjourney or some other AI image generator to create a physical book, a
This
physical children's book.
dude, on this topic, I still think I don't know if I told you this before. Kids books and kids shows, I feel like are an industry that you can make so much money in and have so much success in, but that nobody goes into and nobody thinks about.
Yeah, it's just there's a line like the whole adpocalypse with YouTube. You weren't into YouTube when this happened, but this was like 5 years ago, um, where YouTube really was faced with changing their policies because a lot of their advertisers started pulling the plugs on advertising on YouTube. And people, creators called it the adpocalypse because all of a sudden they weren't making any money anymore. And what was happening is grown adults were making really creepy, skeevy videos and serving them on YouTube Kids and just getting a shit ton of money because the views are crazy there. Where's the mini katana newsletter? I want to check out because that was cool. What's the guy's name?
Isaac. So
Simon Isaac.
Isaac's no, his first name's Isaac.
Isaac mini katana.
So some background. We've talked about Mini Katana before. They're an e-commerce company, but really they're a media brand that sells katanas, which are Japanese swords. Um, they've built these audiences mostly through YouTube, mostly organic, and they have a heavy crossover with the anime crowd. And so they decided to, well, influenced by My First Million, Sean Puri, Isaac credited him for the idea that he should start a newsletter and kind of build it around whether it's like an audience or a topic that they're. This one is specifically built around anime. So um, the advantages that he was saying are that it's just well, one, it's your audience, right? You're not he's that audience is now on an email list. YouTube has no control over it. The other thing though is that he's thinking funnel wise, YouTube videos get a shit ton of reviews, shorts, etc. Push them to subscribe, and then from the email newsletter, sell whatever products they want or sell newsletter ads.
I wonder if he made this pivot because of how much YouTube Shorts sucked. Because he was like
You're talking about YouTube
bullish.
Shorts monetization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was like bullish on those.
He was super bullish on it, but at the same time, I don't think he was counting on that revenue. Anyways, it's definitely like an anime crossover. I don't know exactly what they're featuring, but
All right.
dude,
Um,
this Designify thing, or sorry,
this
this
thing, these guys, Kaleido AI, I found them on Product Hunt because I was just looking at shit, and I found this thing, remove background, which in and of itself, if you're like a production designer, this saves you so much fucking time. You could either do it on the web browser, it's a plugin for Photoshop. It removes the background on any image, which
this
is
is what
amazing.
this is what Google phones and iPhones are now doing too, where you can click a person and you can remove the background. It doesn't do it that well. I assume this is probably much better.
This does it really good. Like, let me
Yeah.
I'll do a picture of me right now, sitting in my chair, and then boom,
I mean, I imagine where it really works is product shots on white backgrounds. Take that background out
boom,
and add any background.
perfect.
Yeah, that is really good.
That's so clean. And the cool thing is, in Photoshop too, it gives you the other layers so that if something's missed, you could fix it.
Oh, no way.
Anyways, that was rad. And then they also have one for video, which I haven't even tried yet because I don't do video editing like that, but that's insane. And then this Designify one's cool. It's a little limited. I dropped like the best version of the product that I found, but I just threw in the main image. I didn't do any kind of vector or anything. I threw in this main image of the path pipe, and it gave me that.
removing a background for video is really like that could change the game for podcasts. All these people pay a lot of money to have a cool podcast background, like real and live. Like
Uh
being
huh.
able to just move that in.
Look at that. That shit's sick.
Yeah. It reminded me a lot of Vessel and their creative director that does this for like all their product images.
Yeah,
This is how they
remind me
do
of
their
that other
social.
company you sent me too. That was like, oh, they remind me a lot of Session with like the creative, wacky
Yeah.
designs.
Yeah.
Anyways, AI is just continuing to take over. Like this remove background alone, like you go on YouTube right now, any fucking thumbnail, it's someone cropped out.
Yeah.
Let's see, crop. Those guys are cool. Crop. Everything's cropped, and this takes. If you want to do a really good and clean one, it'll take 15 to 30 minutes depending on the background.
Yeah.
And it's really good with the hair. You see how they're freaking
Yeah.
noting
Hair
this?
strands are still there.
I love editing bald people. Bald people are the best to edit because it's the easiest cut. Dealing with hair like female African American hair is very difficult.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is just amazing. And these guys, I already bought remove background credits. They charge on like a credit by credit basis, which sucks, but it's something super useful if you do stuff like this.
Yeah. And probably at a price that pays for itself just with the time saved.
1,000%.
It's crazy. Digital designers might not have a job.
It's gonna be wacky, dude. Everyone is, I don't know,
Content writers, designers, like
media buying. Everything's pretty automated now.
you know what's wild is it'll eventually get to the point where you could be like, you know, design me a product and it'll produce a CAD file for you that you can send straight to a manufacturer. And like, wow, do you not need an engineer? Like engineering should easily be able to be AI, I would
And we're
think.
gonna hate the amount of time we've spent producing fucking wrong path pipes.
No, but engineering is like very mathematical. I would think AI could easily handle a lot of
Yeah.
that. Like it's not a creative process, so
Uh-huh. That's so sick.
wild. Same
What's
thing.
this in here? What do you want to be doing / working on at the age of
Oh,
35?
yeah, and this was like I was just thinking like what, you know, hearing like Sam and Sean talk about their new businesses that they're starting. I don't know if you Sam Parr is
No, I haven't heard them in a while. What's he starting now?
he's
He was
releasing
doing
it.
Airbnb. Is
He's
he
releasing it
pivoting
on
off of it?
Tuesday. He's releasing it on Tuesday. It sounds something like some sort of networking type group or event company. Similar. It sounds similar basically to what he already did with the Hustle, but his whole idea
In
was that
person or all online?
not sure. It's not released yet. He's releasing the whole thing on Tuesday to everyone, but he's kept it inside because he didn't want people to say like, "Oh, the only reason that your business is successful is because you have this huge audience." So he's like, "Fuck you guys. I'm gonna go do this and have the business running, and then I'll announce it to you."
That's rad.
But anyways, he's like, they're like, you know, 35 to 40, him and Sean. And I was just like, what do we want to be doing at 35? And to
I don't
me,
know.
it's not that I don't want to be doing what I'm doing now, but it's less of like the early grind where it takes 4 years to hit, 50,000 in
Mm-hmm.
monthly revenue, and more of now we have the actual cash to put into a business. Like, let's start a business with 100,000 and let's go fast. Like,
Yeah, that's the difference is
right.
we don't have to you don't have to A, do all the groundwork, and B, wait. Because
Yeah.
that's what a lot of it is. It's waiting for like the proof to
Money.
be
Yeah.
there.
Money to come in. Let's prove it. Yeah. Immediately. Let's be able to like hire or, you know, outsource work right away. And then I
Mm-hmm.
think at 40, less building, more investing and advising. Put
Yeah,
money into a company and just advise them on growth or just
like
advise them
more
on,
angel investing.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think by
Yeah, I
40,
agree.
like,
In
that's
terms
another.
of what niche, I have no idea. Like, I don't really have any idea of what I'd want to be doing.
No, me neither. I think for a second I thought like maybe 2 years ago I was like, oh, e-commerce. Like I would really like to be doing that, but it's not like the more and more I do e-commerce, I'm not like, oh, this is like really it. Like I would totally do other stuff, whether it's media.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any like anything I've even been turned off to. I don't think so. Like the SEO content's been cool, video content's been cool, paid advertise like paid media is cool, e-com's cool. There's nothing that I really hate.
Non-American influencers. So there's a big influencer that I've been looking into for honest. 500,000 followers, gets really good engagement. Brazilian. 25% of the audience is American that she has, right? I had them send their
Oh, this is
followers.
interesting math.
Dude, so 500,000 followers, only charging $400 per reel. We get
That's
charged that.
insane.
We get charged that for an American influencer who has 25,000 followers.
Yeah.
Like, so even if you're taking
That's
25%
sick.
of her
And the
500,000,
engagement's probably way less too.
like, I mean, that's still 120,000 American followers that they have, and they're only
Hmm.
charging 400, and you're getting the international viewage too, and it's just because the economy there is just different. Like paying, I mean, I think it's a really interesting thing because I don't think you
All right, that
typically.
currency difference isn't huge. It's not like they're making double, right?
They're making a lot more when you. I mean, it
Really?
depends on the country, but like compared to like the Brazilian, I'm not sure even what.
Real
Yeah.
gringo? I don't know what that is. Oh, 1 to 5. Okay, that's a huge difference. That's a gigantic difference.
Right? So
That's a two
this
thousand
this is,
dollar
I think,
reel that we're
like,
talking
no, I've never heard anyone talk about this, but
about.
like when I started looking into it, I was like, damn, even though only 25% of our followers are American, like this is still a steal of a deal to
Mhm.
just get access to those, let
It's a
alone the
steal
whole
of a deal, and
international
it
stuff.
only costs a few real. You know what I mean?
I don't even know. Is that real or real? I don't even know how to say
Real.
that. Real. Okay. I should know that.
Yeah, Real Madrid. Ever pay attention to soccer? 10%er. I mean, yeah, that's really smart, and I like the math behind like 25% of the audience is American. So really, if we're just paying to reach the American audience, it's still
It's
kind of a
still
steal.
discounted. Yeah, it's still heavily discounted, but you're also getting the international community. Anyways, random, random thing, but I was like, dude, there's influencers in these other countries that don't charge much just based on the conversion rate and the cost of living, like in those
Hmm.
countries. So even in Europe, like considerably cheaper.
What dad baby products have you guys gone? Because you had your baby shower already, right? Or no, not
No,
yet.
no, no. I was curious to you. What are your favorite dad slash baby products that you've
Oh
like
my
actually
gosh.
used? Like, is there something that you're like, oh, this is it?
Oh yeah, the carrier's key. Like the carrier is awesome if you want to be
Carrier?
like, yeah, walking around the house and like doing stuff.
Oh, is that the, like a chest thing or something?
Berg. What's it's
Or
like a
on the
German
back
word. Yeah, but it's like it looks like a military grade one. What's like the German word? Baby
for
carrier
military?
black. Baby Bjorn. This is fucking clutch. This is fucking douchey, like military grade one. Yeah, tactical baby gear. But anyways, this product in general, if you want to like walk around and do shit, is amazing. I flip him around so he can see stuff,
You
and
have this
he's
one, the
totally
camera
entertained by
flash one.
it. No, I have
No.
like just a normal baby Bjorn.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like this.
Tacticalbabygear.com. What a fucking brand.
Yeah. Oh, you could do it on the back. Never done that. But I always have him out front. He likes to watch as I'm doing stuff. I like do dishes, put shit away. This is clutch having. Outside of that, I don't know. Toys or whatever. He likes some toys. He doesn't like other toys.
I
There's not
think
like a
toys.
secret
I
toy.
think toys for kids are overrated. I think a kid could pick up a piece of cardboard and consider it a toy.
Yeah, just give him like a knife.
Like you just don't all the plastic toys and shit out there. It's like, dude, just you don't.
He
That's
has
not
this bouncing thing that he loves. Baby bouncing.
like a trampoline, like a baby trampoline.
Kind of. It's like a spring thing. This Jolly Jumper. He loves this thing.
Oh, I've seen these.
Yeah, he gets a kick out of that. But this is something that he loses interest in after like 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. The baby carrier is amazing. That's probably my number one dad tool.
I think these like really small niches, product niches, like you can have a ton of success. Like Paige bought a water bottle specifically for pregnant women. Like
What does it do?
It has a few numbers on the side. It's like tracks your water drinking rate. It's like the water rate you're supposed to drink when you're pregnant is increased
so
compared
funny.
to normal. And I'm just like, man, this
just drink more water.
No, the company is entirely built around just water bottles for
just the company. What's the name of it?
I forget. I'll have to send it to you after this.
Pregnant.
Yeah, I'm sure it's on Google. They're advertising.
Woman. That's insane.
Yeah.
So they must have other. Is it this? Belly bottle? Probably. Is it that shit?
It's not that one actually, but this is very similar. Like it's a water bottle targeted completely towards pregnant people.
And it's just this is their only product. That's insane.
Like this is how niche you can really get, and like that's a big enough market to crush. Wild.
Yeah.
Like kids, like the other like niche I was looking at is like kids age groups, like 3 to 6 months babies. That's like an entire niche in itself. 6 to 10 month babies, like an entirely new niche where companies like change.
Yeah, because it's different shit.
Yeah.
Today we finally like cleared out all of his old stuff, and it's wild like how useless certain stuff gets just months apart. And Beckham's small, like he's growing smaller, so like he's 8 months now, but he was just getting out of his 6 month stuff.
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine like people we know who had huge kids, where it's like your newborn stuff isn't fitting after like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Guys, hope you enjoyed this week. This is probably going to be our first full episode on YouTube. We're going to start doing clips with our boy Joseph. So thank you, sir. We'll see you next week. Interested, ping me when you find out what Sam's business is, because I'm interested in what it is.
I will.
If he's smart, he's leveraging all, like he has big property, right? He does like Airbnb shit, but Airbnb cracked down, which makes things like less enticing for people to do. So I'm wondering if he's just pivoting and doing that networking thing in his existing infrastructure.
The property was never like a full-time business for him. It was always just like, I want to invest in property. So more of a fun project.
I thought he bought like a huge lot, like a compound.
But it was still like I think it was like $1 million, like not crazy money for him. So
interesting.
It's in Texas. Okay. Texas is cheap as shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm stoked to get these on YouTube though. I think like getting some short clips on here too, and I think we've gotten a lot better since we started. So hopefully we get return viewers commenting that we're getting better, introducing more interesting things.
Oh, I didn't get to talk about how he won Best Dog. Maybe next week.
Oh, we didn't talk about
like in America.
We didn't talk about World Baseball Classic either. Interesting fucking business topic to talk about, or like international sports competitions.
Yeah, they're basically doing the same thing that you're doing with that one Brazilian influencer. They're expanding their sport with cheap foreign labor. And they're not even paying them. Like, I don't think these people get paid. You are Bud Selig. I don't know who the current MLB commissioner is. I'm stuck in like 2002.
I don't either. I know Roger Goodell's getting he's renewing his contract.
That's horrible.
Yeah, expected till 2030 now.
That's so long.
That dude's a dictator at this point. Like,
Yeah.
where's the term limits for these people?
For real, they should have them.
Dude, I don't know, like, what? You can't run a league for that long. I mean, I guess it's a business at the end of the day. You can be a CEO for 20 years, but
Yeah.
still,
It's such an old man's kind of like system.
it is.
All right, that's hot. Thanks, guys. See you next week.